Today's top 25 tech stories. Subscribe and hit the bell for daily tech updates. The zinc-finger protein ZC3H10 suppresses type I interferon responses during viral infection by repressing interferon-stimulated gene promoters. Scientists identify ZC3H10 as a zinc-finger protein that suppresses type I interferon responses during viral infection by repressing interferon-stimulated gene promoters, thereby balancing antiviral immunity and preventing pathological inflammation. Overexpression of ZC3H10 increases susceptibility to various viruses, while genetic deletion enhances antiviral resistance. Samsung and KDDI successfully complete AI-powered network optimization trial on commercial 5G standalone network in Japan. Samsung Electronics and KDDI successfully completed a trial of Samsung's AI-powered RAN speed optimizer on KDDI's commercial 5G standalone network in Japan. The joint effort showcased the effectiveness of AI-driven network optimization on a live, commercial-scale 5G SA network. Vulnerability summary for the week of July 20, 2026. The FastIfy/static module, a product of primary vendor, contains high vulnerabilities in versions up to and including 10, with a CVSS score indicating critical severity. Takeaway meals contain more salt than advertised, study finds. New research reveals that nearly half, 47, of popular UK takeout meals contain more salt than advertised, with some single servings exceeding the recommended daily limit. India-EU strengthens strategic partnership at third TTC. Announce cooperation in AI, semiconductors, clean technologies. India and the European Union strengthened their strategic partnership at the Third Trade and Technology Council meeting, agreeing to deepen cooperation in artificial intelligence, semiconductors, quantum technologies, clean energy, and resilient supply chains. The partners also committed to finalizing the TTC upgrade by year-end, and began negotiations on India's association with Horizon Europe Research Programme. Induction of neutralizing antibodies against conserved rhinovirus capsid protein VP4 is dependent on presentation of VP4 peptide immunogens in a virus-like conformation. Researchers have discovered that inducing neutralizing antibodies against the conserved rhinovirus capsid protein VP4 requires presenting VP4 peptides in a virus-like conformation, specifically through spy-catcher virus-like particles. This finding suggests a potential alternative strategy for developing a broadly protective vaccine against rhinovirus infections. High numerical aperture confocal volumetric mesoscope reveals mesoscale subcellular dynamics in vivo. Scientists have developed a high numerical aperture confocal volumetric mesoscope that captures subcellular dynamics in vivo, enabling imaging of mesoscale structures at depths up to 40 micrometers. The device uses a custom-designed optical assembly and multi-channel laser source to achieve volumetric confocal imaging with minimal out-of-focus light. AI-guided identification of natural CTSL inhibitors with therapeutic potential for renal injury. Scientists developed an AI-assisted strategy to identify natural CTSL inhibitors with therapeutic potential for renal injury, screening 200 molecules from a library. The effort yielded 9 potent inhibitors, including Q1 and G, which effectively attenuated inflammatory responses in human renal cells. We are already fighting World War III, and you are the target. Global research warns that a technocratic war on humanity is underway, with individuals being targeted. The global silicon photonics and photonics ICs market 2026-20, 36 AI accelerator shipments, data center networking requirements and cost per gigabit trends. The global silicon photonics and photonic integrated circuits market 2026-2036 report identifies artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, and data center connectivity as primary drivers of demand for silicon photonics and photonic integrated circuits. The market is expected to grow rapidly due to the increasing need for high bandwidth, low latency connectivity between accelerators, servers, and racks in next-generation computing infrastructure. Edge Intelligent SafeLink V2X, a low-latency cooperative framework for real-time vulnerable road user protection. Researchers introduce SafeLink V2X a vehicle-to-everything cooperative warning framework designed to enhance safety for vulnerable road users such as pedestrians, cyclists, and scooter riders. The system uses cellular and dedicated short-range communication protocols to enable real-time data exchange between vehicles, infrastructure, and VRUs, reducing collision probability by up to 91.4%. Indium phosphide wafer market sized to hit USD 679.76 million by 2035, SNS Insider. The global indium phosphide wafer market is projected to reach USD 679.76 million by 2035, growing at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 12.89 from 2026 to 2035. This growth is driven by the increasing demand for sophisticated wafers in AI infrastructure, high-speed optical communications, and semiconductor innovation. Amplitech Group approved for membership in the AI-RAN Alliance, the global consortium founded by leading technology companies to bring artificial intelligence to wireless networks. Amplitech Group has been approved for membership in the AI-RAN Alliance, a global consortium dedicated to integrating artificial intelligence into radio access network technology, leveraging its expertise in ultra-low noise amplifiers and 5G Open RAN radio systems. The move is expected to drive growth, with industry analysts projecting the AI-RAN market to reach approximately $37.19 billion by 2035. Trump administration launches global partnership for 6G development, aiming to counter China's telecom influence. The Trump administration has launched a global partnership with over 20 allied nations to develop next-generation wireless technology, 6G, years before its expected deployment in the 2030s. The initiative aims to limit China's influence on global telecommunications standards and security architecture, building on the Global Coalition on Telecom's release of 6G security and resilience principles emphasizing security by design. Global RAN market stabilization following multi-year industry reset. The global radio access network, RAN market has stabilized after a multi-year decline, with revenues projected to grow at a 1% compound annual growth rate through 2030. The growth is driven by investments in 5G and emerging opportunities in AI RAN, cloud RAN, private wireless networks, and early 6G deployments. India key EU partner for semiconductors due to skilled talent pool. European Commission VP. The European Commission's Executive Vice President for Tech Sovereignty, Security and Democracy, Henna Virkunen, highlighted India as a crucial partner in the semiconductor sector due to its vast pool of highly skilled talent. The EU seeks to strengthen chip supply chains by building capacity within the bloc, while also diversifying sources and reducing dependence on single suppliers. Terahertz Technology Market, till 2035 report published. Profiles Advantest, Lunar Innovations, Toptica Photonics, TerraView, and 12 other key players. The global terahertz technology market is projected to grow from USD 1.09 billion to USD 7.57 billion by 2035, with a CAGR of 21.37, driven by its transformative capabilities in imaging and detection, ultra-fast communication, and enhanced security applications. The technology's integration with AI and advancements in spectroscopy are expected to fuel growth in industries such as pharmaceuticals, polymers, defense, and healthcare. Design and optimization of a kinase-controlled allosteric switch. Scientists have repurposed FRET-based kinase activity reporters, KARs, as allosteric switches, enabling kinase-triggered control over protein conformation. The design satisfies criteria for rapid and reversible regulation by phosphorylation and dephosphorylation, modularity, and generalizability to multiple kinases. Pilot Photonics awarded €10.4 million from European Innovation Council. Pilot Photonics, a Dublin-based company, has been awarded up to €10.4 million from the European Innovation Council's Accelerator Programme to develop patented photonic chip technology for applications such as AI data centers and 5G 6G mobile networks. The innovation enables power-efficient, high-bandwidth signal processing, paving the way for widespread adoption in industries like data servers and space exploration. Maze-1 isoform diversity orchestrates neural progenitor differentiation by regulating ATOH1 degradation at distinct subcellular compartments. Researchers identified diverse isoforms of the MEIS1 gene, which regulate neural progenitor differentiation in mice. The MEIS1FL isoform promotes differentiation by degrading ATOH1 protein, while the MEIS1HDL isoform inhibits differentiation by preventing ATOH1 degradation at distinct subcellular compartments. LG Innodec targets $647 million in package solution operating profit by 2031. LG Innodec aims to achieve $647 million in operating profit from its package solution business by 2031, driven by growing demand for high-value-added semiconductor substrates fueled by 5G networks, premium smartphones, and AI applications. The company's package solution business recorded sales of $1.11 billion in 2025, with an operating profit increase of approximately 82% from the previous year. A desynchrony mechanism between events triggers a compensatory delay during Caenorhabditis elegans development. Researchers have identified a mechanism that regulates the coordination of cellular processes during Caenorhabditis elegans development, finding that reduced insulin signaling delays cell divisions and molting events. This desynchrony triggers a compensatory delay in the initiation of subsequent developmental stages, ensuring resynchronization and proper progression. Singapore expands IT services market with record R&D investments and deep tech initiatives. Singapore has expanded its IT services market with record R&D investments and deep tech initiatives, driven by the country's startup ecosystem, government support, and push toward digitalization. The market revenue is projected to grow at a CAGR of 10.8% from 2025-2031, with the digital economy expected to contribute 17% of GDP by 2025. Ericsson revenue falls 6% as component costs bite and licensing income dries up. Ericsson reported a 6% decline in revenue for the second quarter, falling to SEK 52.7 billion, due to weaker patent licensing income and currency movements. Despite this, adjusted operating profit rose to SEK 6.52 billion, ahead of analyst expectations. Cohere Technologies lands $28 future G deal for ISAC R&D. Cohere Technologies has secured a $28 million contract from the FutureG office to develop a multi-waveform radio access network prototype for mission-critical integrated sensing and communications (ISAC) projects. The project aims to create a sovereign ISAC capability, leveraging commercial 5G, 6G infrastructure for persistent aerial and ground surveillance, indistinguishable from ordinary cellular traffic. Thanks for watching, like and comment below. See you in the next update.